This week on CMA Live, we've got a new Summer of Up promotion from MSC. Massive audio now in Canada. Price reductions for amplifiers for AUDIOCONTROL. A new roof audio system option for UTVs by QUART. And a brand new solution from DYNAMAT called Pro X. This is CMA Live presented by SiriusXM and sponsored by 5 Access Innovations. And it starts now. Summer is just around the corner, and some people in the industry find it a great opportunity to celebrate, and we celebrate in different ways. Well, the team at MSC certainly has something up their sleeve for their dealers because this summer, apparently, is the Summer of Up. What are we talking about? Let's go to the DSP cowboy himself, Mr. Chris Van Rye, joining us now. Now, Chris, when I see this come through, I was curious myself what this meant. I'm going to leave it to you. What exactly is the Summer of Up?
Well, you said it yourself, Ben. The summer's coming. We always got to find fun ways to celebrate. And with Audio-Tech Fisher launching a handful of new products this year, and a couple of them right here in this up category, we had to make a big deal out of this. So we decided to have a little bit of extra fun this year and talk about some of these new toys we've got.
Well, you had me at fun, but let's define exactly what we're talking about to those tuning in. Of course, we're talking about up, which means up amplifiers, which is the category created by Match Amplifiers by Audio-Tech Fisher that, of course, you know is available at MSC. So, real quick, maybe you can just break down for us exactly what this series is all about and what makes the up amplifiers from Match Audio-Tech Fisher just so special.
Well, the up lineup is exactly that. That up comes from the word upgrade. These are amplifiers designed to bring audio systems to new levels, but do it in a variety of different ways. We wanted to make sure that we had the ability to go through and do a traditional style upgrade where we can integrate in with a head unit, whether OEM or aftermarket, and really enhance what's going on down the line. So we wanted to be able to give these guys the ability to work with both factory speakers and aftermarket speakers. And up to this point, we've had a ton of different opportunities available. The Up 10 DSP and the Up 8 DSP have been two of our best-selling amplifiers. These guys here give a huge range of capabilities. The Up 10 has been a 10-channel amplifier with 11 channels of DSP built in. Really versatile and really opens up a lot of opportunities. The Up 8 DSP was another killer, a little bit smaller chassis, a little bit less channels, but gave us still more than enough capabilities to go through and upgrade a variety of audio systems. These two amplifiers also have a ton of accessories available for them to help give vehicle-specific solutions, like our integrated T-harness options. These plug straight into the amplifier, let you tie straight into the OEM audio system, so without modification, we can create huge improvements in performance. But we started to see that there was a little bit more that our consumers, our users, the sound enthusiasts using these products were looking for with it. So right at the end of the year, coming into 2024, we launched what was one of the most exciting amplifiers Audio-Tech Fisher has put out in years. And that was the all-new Up 1 FX. This is a little mono amplifier designed originally purpose-built to be a partner to these guys. This little amplifier is exactly the same size as the Up 8, which gives it a great partnership to work off of. The Up 1 FX also has a direct input on it. So you can take the preamp signal from your Up 10 or your Up 8, feed it straight into this, and using the DSP direct switch, bypass all of the internal processing and utilize the DSP that's in the main amplifier for your system. But of course, that's never enough to just do an add-on. Audio-Tech Fisher made sure it had all the requirements to go through and be a standalone upgrade to work with all different types of improvements for the audio systems in all different platforms. But even at that stage, the Up 1 FX, a huge leap forward and a huge benefit, it still wasn't enough. And that's where Audio-Tech Fisher leaped forward one more time, bringing us the all-new, ultra-small footprint Up 6 DSP. This guy here is actually 6 channels built in, still has our preamp output available, so we can still partner this with a mono amplifier like the Up 1 FX. Gives us all the versatility we need to still work with aftermarket and OEM audio systems via 6 channels of high-level input on these guys. Little details, never missed by Audio-Tech Fisher. These guys are compatible with every voltage that we're seeing in any modern cars here on the road. Everything all the way up to 18 volts of supply voltage. So even these modern EVs, we've got something that doesn't require additional batteries or regulators or any of the hoops that a lot of other amplifiers require to work. This comes with everything right out of the box. The same full-featured suite of DSP technologies, of course, are built into these guys as well. All of our equalization, time alignments, crossover functionality, our sound effects features like our Real Center up mixer, all of our augmented bass processing, all of the AudioTech Fisher technologies are built into this guy. Start-stop compatibility, the list goes on and on and on. But this little guy here at about 5 1/8 by 5 1/8 inches gives you an incredibly small footprint to allow you to upgrade audio systems. This 6-channel configuration is not only to be used in 6-channel mode though. One of the biggest benefits that a lot of our dealers have already started to utilize is configuring this in 5-channel mode, using our 4x65 channels to power a front and rear speaker system or a high and low active stage. We've also got the 2x160 watt RMS channels on the back end. Partner that with a dual 2-ohm subwoofer, and now you've got north of 300 watts RMS in a perfect small footprint 5-channel upgrade. These guys use that same system connector that all the match amplifiers use, so all of our T harnesses are compatible with this guy as well. So we've got a ton of versatility here. Even above and beyond all of that stuff, now we've still got the options to add things like connectivity features, USB direct inputs, Bluetooth direct inputs as well. But one of the other big benefits that we see, a lot of guys are using these in hot rods and muscle cars and vehicles where a traditional head unit might not be the best option or an option that's available at all. This system here actually uses a Toslink input, just like the other Match DSP products. So we can even go through and add in our all new Bluetooth streamer. This is a little box that actually acts as a Bluetooth streaming device for A2DP, so you can send your music straight to this little box via Toslink. It feeds into one of these amplifiers or any AudioTech Fisher DSP product and gives any of those devices the ability to send music. But even above and beyond that, now we've actually got the ability to add a microphone and buttons to this. This system is actually now capable of doing calling as well. So like I had mentioned, in those hot rods, those muscle cars, all of those unique applications where a head unit might not be available for it, you can still go through and add all of the modern connectivity for your customer without compromising sound quality, cosmetics, or performance of the system. This little box is available by itself as just a streaming device, or you can add the microphone kit and your own buttons to create a completely customized install tailored specifically to the vehicle that it's going into. This guy here even actually has a Toslink input on it to really give you the capabilities of integrating these into systems that are using a digital preamp. If you want to have better Bluetooth streaming capability than what the OEM source unit offers, this is a gateway to really open up some of the options for you. Above and beyond all of that stuff, there was one more little accessory that was added into the mix as well. Our all new small URC-1. This is a tiny little programmable remote control. So for people that are looking for something they can tailor, something they can install into the vehicle exactly the way they want, but didn't need the full feature set of a Helix conductor, this little guy here allows you to program a single function with any of our DSPs to really get control over what's going on. And you can set this up as, say, just a Bluetooth volume control, master volume, or even something as simple as just subwoofer level. And you can set that at the time of the installation. So these are just a handful of the reasons why we're so excited to come into 2024 with the Summer of Up, because the gateway has been opened. The floodgates are ready to rock and roll with more compatibility and options than ever before.
Wow, Chris, what can I say? Some incredible additions to an already complete lineup of solutions from Match. Now, I want to comment on a couple of things. You mentioned how you could set up the UP6 DSP for an active two-way system up front. I can't help but think this is a great solution in one box to get a three-way active up front. Add to that UP1FX, and boom, you're off to the races with a fully active system. Love the small footprint, love the DSP, love the integration options, an amazing suite of solution-based products coming to you from AudioTech Fisher. So 2 things I want to comment on and get your feedback. Number 1, what is the availability like for dealers on that new UP6 DSP unit? And just to finalize the details for the program called the Summer of Up, and where can dealers find more info?
Absolutely, Ben. Versatility is the name of the game when it comes to the Up Series amplifiers, tailoring anything you want in a huge variety of system designs and vehicles. When it comes to the UP6 DSP and getting your hands on those guys, we've actually even had some of our dealers get part of our first initial small batch launch, but we've got good inventory and availability coming on these guys in the next couple of weeks. So definitely, if you're looking for one of these, reach out to your local dealer, get your name on the list sooner than later before they disappear again. When it comes to us, we're so excited because of all of these options, all of this excitement to celebrate the Summer of Up. So if you're looking for getting these products into your hands, into your store, feel free to reach out to us at msc-america.com. For details on the amplifiers and the products themselves, check out audiotech-fisher.com.
Hi, Jody from 5 Access here. Just want to bring everybody up to speed with what we do and how we do it. We're a display company. We do a lot of custom graphics. Obviously, we do custom audio boards. We do RGB lighting. We do graphical work up top. We also do all the different custom amp mounts. So for all your store needs, we do front counters, we do home audio sections, we do lighting, everything that you're looking for, give us a call. Again, it's 5 Access, 414-326-7162.
Well, at the recent CMA Expo in Toronto, Canada, there was a huge announcement from the group known as Ericsson Consumer. Now, Ericsson Consumer are known for their distribution of major brands from Harman, such as JBL and Infinity, but it looks like they've added a new lineup to the catalog. We go now to an interview that took place at CMA Expo, and representing Ericsson is Anthony Rossi, and from Massive Audio, Mr. John Velez. Here's what went down.
We're very excited to announce some big news for you. We're so proud, so happy to partner with Massive Audio here at Ericsson Consumer. We're going to add this to our already robust portfolio. We look forward to serving our customers, strengthening our relationships, and launching with Massive Audio.
On behalf of Massive Audio, we are very excited to have a new partnership with Ericsson Consumer, as it'll give us a good presence in the Canadian market.
This new partnership with Massive Audio enhances our relationships and our strength with our dealers by elevating Ericsson Consumer in the 12-volt mobile space.
Massive Audio is known for their subwoofers. We have a high quality, and we're very good for the competition circuit. At Massive Audio, we have a full line, starting from our head units, our speakers, our amplifiers, and our world-famous woofers. We also have an amazing high-quality pro audio selection. On top of that, we have different product ranges to satisfy any budget.
We hope you're now interested in learning more about Massive Audio. Please contact your Ericsson Consumer rep or visit our website, and we look forward to getting Massive Audio into your shop.
All right, as you can see, a huge announcement. Massive Audio now being distributed by Ericsson Consumer for Canadian dealers. We're lucky enough to be joined now by Bruce Perron, who's the category manager from Ericsson Consumer. Bruce, thanks for being with us. So I guess the first question is, what was the incentive behind seeking out a new brand such as Massive Audio to add to your already strong lineup?
Thanks for inviting me here. To answer your question, when I started working with the Ericsson Consumer Group last year, I was tasked to build a car audio division that we would definitely be proud of. So I was sent off to SEMA and interviewed lots of different brands. And when I ran across the guys at Massive Audio, I thought, they've got great products. They're really knowledgeable, but what I really loved was their passion for the industry.
I hear what you're saying, Bruce. And for those fans of Massive Audio, they already know. But if you don't know, Massive Audio is actually quite a complete lineup. So when you're looking at the Massive Audio brand, how would you best explain or describe this to a potential dealer who's looking for maybe a fresh brand to fill their shelves?
Well, Ben, I would start off by saying or asking, have you heard of Massive Audio? When I started to do research on the internet, what I was running across was lots of videos on YouTube with people testing out the insane range of subs, like the Hippo and the Boa, and a really extensive line of amplifiers. What's interesting to note is the most popular models, even though Massive Audio has $99 subs and multi-$1,000 subs, is that their best sellers are the really high-end subs that are used in sound competitions. The other thing is the extensive line of amplifiers. With the other products that I carry, they have great products, but not a huge line of amps. So today, getting into more multi-channel applications and flexibility with adding Bluetooth to be able to access your amps, it was a real win to be able to find the Massive Audio line.
Well, I, for one, Bruce, are really excited to learn more about Massive Audio, as the CMA Network's broadcast season is going to obviously cover Massive in several different categories. Before I let you go, Bruce, just a quick message. What final note or message really do you have for dealers tuning into this that might be interested to find out more about Massive Audio?
Well, Ben, for the dealers that are interested in looking into Massive or finding out more about the great products that are available, they can get a hold of me directly at bruce.perron, Perron, at ERIKSONconsumer.com. Or they can reach out to their local rep, but I'd be happy to go through everything with anyone that's interested.
Here on CMA Live, it's not just about the product announcements, but we also have great news to share when it comes to some recent price reductions. Yes, saving some money on gear that you love, this time by way of AUDIOCONTROL. We now have their national sales manager, Matthew Palumbo, joining us to share with us some good news for AUDIOCONTROL dealers. Matt, tell us what the big announcement is when it comes to some price reductions.
Hey, Ben. Yeah, we're really excited to announce that, we were able to drop the price on a lot of our amplifiers. In fact, the entire amplifier lineup from Audio Control has had some pretty significant price reductions just announced here recently. And, when we're looking at all of this gear and all of the awesome things that our amplifiers can do, no matter how great they are, people are always excited to get them for a better deal. And that's exactly what we've been able to do in the last couple of weeks.
So we're talking about price reduction in the amplifier range from Audio Control, Matt. So I obviously have a few questions for you. First, let's state what the reductions are. Is this affecting all models across the board? Because of course we know there are different categories of amplifiers when it comes to Audio Control, whether it's the ACX Weather Series, the DSP, non-DSP versions. Can you give us a breakdown of exactly what this is affecting?
Yeah, Ben. So the price reductions actually affect the entire Audio Control amplifier lineup. It's nice to be able to kind of go back to some of those pre-COVID prices, if you will. And so this does affect everything from ACM amplifiers, our Audio Control Micro, all the way through ACX, the All-Weather Series, LC, the Integration Series, and the D Series amplifiers, our DSP flagship amplifiers.
All right, so there you have it, guys. We're talking about a range-wide reduction in pricing, all the amplifiers. Can you give us an example, Matt, just to have an idea of what type of reduction we're talking about?
Absolutely, Ben. So just let's take a flagship amplifier, for example. Let's go with the D6.1200, very popular amplifier for Audio Control. Here in the US, that amplifier was $12.99 for the last year or so, a little bit longer. And that amplifier has actually gone down to $8.99 minimum advertised price. So that's a $400 price reduction on a very powerful, very high-end, nicely built Audio Control amplifier that has all the features and punch that you could ask for.
Wow, that is nothing short of impressive. That is a significant discount. We're not just talking a couple dollars here, but as an example, what you just used there, Matt, $400 at MAP. I have to ask the question: what do you contribute some of this reduction towards? Has anything to do with production, supply line? Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, Ben, I'm happy to elaborate. So, the reason we're able to bring the pricing down is if you remember, obviously, a few years ago, we all went through the COVID-19, little deal there. During that, Audio Control, like most manufacturers, had to increase prices due to part shortages, chip shortages, challenges like that. And, more recently, some of those prices of those components themselves have fallen. And so we've been able to kind of pass those savings along. But that's really not the main reason. This really comes from one of the biggest things being the acquisition of Audio Control by AMP Global, now called Stinger. Because we're part of a much bigger company these days, we have access to more suppliers and are able to kind of negotiate a little bit better deals with those suppliers on our parts. Because of that, we're able to significantly reduce the price of a lot of these products and get them into the hands of more shops and, in turn, more enthusiasts, more consumers.
Everything you said totally makes sense. So here's a great example of how sometimes when there are bigger organizations involved, such as Stinger Solutions, for an example, there are benefits that are actually passed down to our dealers and ultimately all our customers out there. All right, Matt, our final question. When do these prices take effect and what do dealers need to do to get all the details on this new price reduction?
Yeah, Ben, I'm glad you asked. The prices on these amplifiers went into effect a little over a week ago. I believe it was the beginning of this month. And as far as finding out more, if you're in Canada, you're going to want to talk to Gemsen. They are the Canadian distributor for Audio Control. If you are in the US seeing this, then you'll want to reach out to your sales rep at Stinger Solutions. And we can be reached at stingersolutions.com, or you can go through audiocontrol.com.
Hi, Paul Truman here with SiriusXM. We reached out to some of our partners in the industry, and here's what they had to say.
I can't say more or enough about just what it means to have our unit working with SiriusXM. It's like we're there now.
The SiriusXM service is something consumers want, right? So it's all
that allows a consumer to listen to either podcasts, entertainment, sports, all at their fingertips. It's all about engagement, and that's what SiriusXM provides.
SiriusXM is a huge component in a vehicle nowadays. Consumers expect that technology to be available both in our OEM system as well as the aftermarket upgrades that they're applying to their vehicle.
Alpine and SiriusXM, through our electronics, are able to offer the consumer on the aftermarket side SiriusXM 360L, which is an expanded platform for SiriusXM. And it's really been a beneficial relationship for us with SiriusXM.
As a dealer, just remember, we don't compete with anybody else. We are absolutely one of the best profitability accessories you can add to any head unit that is SiriusXM ready.
There is nothing we love to announce more than brand new products. So this is a new product alert coming to you from MB QUART in the power sports category. We go now to their marketing director, Rob Anderson. Rob, it's always exciting to have you on, man. And tell you what, we are excited to hear about this brand new MB QUART offering in power sports when it comes to roof systems. Can you tell us more?
Absolutely, Ben. So I'm here and excited to announce that MB QUART is launching a UTV aftermarket roof audio line. We're really excited about this category. We've already been in this category OEM-wise, but we have now an aftermarket solution.
All right, Rob, super exciting news. So let's define exactly what that is, because I, for one, am kind of new to the power sports thing. So for our dealers listening, what exactly entails a roof audio system in the UTV class?
For sure. So let's get into it. So a roof audio product for a UTV is an all-in-one solution. This is a very big category, actually, in the UTV power sports sector. We see it a lot in maybe markets where there's a lot of either water crossings, mud bogs, and places where you're going to get your machine into a lot of elements. So we have to elevate that system up into the roof package. But this is an all-in-one encompassing system.
All right, Rob, let's peel another layer off and really get into the components that make up these, as you say, built-in roof system. What exactly is included from a hardware perspective?
Well, obviously, it's the roof panel itself, which is a high-density polyethylene panel, so super lightweight but impact-resistant. We use this in a lot of our, even our Jeep products that we produce that everyone loves and knows. But it includes our full-range UTV-specific speaker line that is designed for all the elements and sounds great in this outdoor platform with a titanium dome tweeter, polypropylene cone. All of the roofs are powered. So in each roof panel, there's a 500-watt amplifier built in. And in a few of the applications, we have a 10-inch application-specific subwoofer and two variations of source units. Our GMR LCD, a 3.5 LCD source unit, and then our now famous GMR 7V1 CarPlay source unit. So these things have everything from source unit, amplifier, speakers, and subwoofers. It's truly an all-in-one package. And if we go and we further break it down, they have the top of the line variants have light bars built into the roofs, and it's pretty impressive.
So what we've learned so far is these are complete systems, everything you need in the box, from the source unit to the amp to the drivers and so on. I guess the next question here, Rob, is what applications are we talking about?
Well, we're excited to launch this product line with two amazing applications. The biggest in the category, we have a Polaris Razor Trail, the two-seater from 2021 to current model year, and the Polaris Ranger 2018 to current model year. So let's break that down. There's three variations in each application. So for the Polaris Trail, we start off with a 6 speaker variation where it's 6.5-inch coaxial speakers with a 3.5 GMR LCD source unit. This is kind of the good of the 3 offerings. The better option, and maybe is kind of in line with the best, considering what source unit you want and your preferences, is we have a 7-driver application. So it's going to be 6.5-inch coaxial speakers with a 10-inch application-specific subwoofer and our world-famous GMR 7V1 waterproof CarPlay source unit. And then the top, or the one that's in line with that 7-driver, is a 7-driver setup that's designed to work with the Polaris Ride Command source unit. So that plugs and plays with that OEM source unit. So you have your 500-watt amplifier that's built in these, at least 6.5-inch, 6 of those drivers, and then a 10-inch subwoofer as well for this Ride Command source unit. The same thing for the Polaris Ranger. We have a good model where it is a 6-driver with that 3.5 GMR LCD, a better system, which is that 7-driver with the 6.5-inch coaxials, a 10-inch subwoofer, and that GMR 7V1 7-inch waterproof CarPlay source unit. And then the top of the line for the Ranger, we actually accommodate for the 4-seat model. So this is actually a 1,000-watt powered unit. So there's 2 roof panels, one for the front half, one for the back half. So 6.5-inch drivers for the front, a 10-inch subwoofer for the front, and the GMR 7 LED 7-inch CarPlay source unit. And then the back panel actually gets another 500-watt amplifier, a 6.5-inch coaxial speaker, and its own 10-inch subwoofer. So there's 14 drivers in this this full 4-seater model for the Polaris Ranger.
Not gonna lie, Rob, a little bit overwhelmed with the sheer amount of drivers, equipment, gear that's all being included in this top-level roof kit. In fact, as you were saying that, I'm thinking to myself, this may be the single most over-the-top item in one box that car audio or mobile audio has ever seen in the history of mobile audio. So, okay, I gotta ask you, this seems amazing. I love the fact everything's in a box. I mean, a subwoofer in the roof is that's crazy, first of all. Who is the customer for this, Rob? Because obviously, MB QUART, a great example. You have such great components already in your catalog. From a shop perspective, who is that customer that you want to show this roof system to?
That's a great question, Ben. So these applications are for actually a wide range of customers. So let's start with the obvious one. If you know the power sports UTV market, this is for someone who's going in water crossings, mud bog areas where we have to raise that system up out of necessity from where like the drivers would normally be in the kick panels, the lower kick panels. We have to raise it up for protection and longevity and put it up in the roof. That's going to be like the first kind of customer this is built for. But one that's going to be the wider net, the one that's going to be the easier sell, the one that is going to walk in not knowing that, we want a radio, we want an application, we want stereo in our UTV. But, we don't like the sound of what's coming out of a sound bar, but we want to keep it simple. We don't want to make something complicated. This is like the next jump up for that kind of customer who wants a stereo system, who's not happy with those all-in-one sound bars with no subwoofer and tiny drivers, where this is 6 bolts, 6 mounting points, boom, you can pop off the roof panel, put ours on, run power ground. You have a source unit, amplifier, 6 drivers, and the potential for a 10-inch subwoofer built right into the roof. So super easy on the shop's end, super easy on the customer's end, and we satisfy both of those kind of customers.
So there you have it, guys. A brand new roof systems available for 2 separate applications with multiple different variants, coming fresh to the market to you from MB Quart. Rob, tell the good folks listening, when are these going to be available and where should they go to get more information?
These roof panels are going to be available for Q3 of this year. We always love to give the CMA viewers a little sneak peek. So once we have them in hand, around that Q3 mark, you'll be able to find more information at mbquart.com. But we always love giving you guys the sneak peek and the biggest announcements coming from us here at MB Quart. So look out for Q3 of this year.
CE Outlook is dedicated to keeping the car audio and electronics industry informed on the latest issues, trends, and product releases. New feature stories posted daily. Visit ceoutlook.com for the latest industry news. We now turn to the popular brand in sound dampening. In fact, the OG of it all, DYNAMAT, who have come to market with a brand new product, and it's called Pro X. What is this about? Well, let's find out. We've got our special guest, Eddie Shelton, joining us from DYNAMAT. Welcome to the show, Eddie. So, Eddie, what is this big announcement coming out from the DYNAMAT camp?
Well, Ben, DYNAMAT has just released a brand new, beautiful product, and it is an evolution of our OG DYNAMAT Extreme, and it is called DYNAMAT Pro X.
All right, Eddie, there's been a lot of hype. We've been seeing it all across social media. You know, it's been a minute since a product of this stature has come out from the DYNAMAT camp. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about some of the things that make this new Pro X material unique?
Well, first of all, Ben, we did a lot of research on this and went out and tested the market. And what we came up with right here was the Pro X. This is nearly twice the thickness of DYNAMAT Extreme. It's about 120 mil butyl layer, which is almost twice the thickness, and a 5 mil aluminum constraining layer versus our Extreme, which has 4.
So this sounds to me, Eddie, like this is a heavy-duty version of the traditional type of butyl layer that most of us are used to installing. So I guess my next question is a two-parter. Number one, was there a request to have this heavier gauge material? And what are some of the practical applications of this new material?
Yeah, Ben, this product really completely does originate from the voice of the customer. We had many of our customers, long-term customers, that came to us and said, hey, we'd like to have something thicker, a little bit more aggressive. And that's really what we went after. But when we were in the development of this, we really wanted this to be the king of the market. And we went out and tested everything that was out there in the market, including our products. And the results of this and the way that we've designed this and the thicknesses that we've designed, it was really from that test. It outperformed everything that we tested that's available here in the United States, especially at the really low frequencies. Now, as far as the applications, for the most part, it's the same great applications that you know for DYNAMAT, just where you might need to get a little bit more aggressive, where you have excessive vibration due to a subwoofer, due to a massive engine. Our initial testing has shown measurable results just putting it in 2 front doors of a 4-door SUV. So we're really excited about this. The initial results have really been quite fantastic.
All right, Eddie, let's dive a little bit deeper because I'm sure inquiring minds, such as dealers, want to know. You held up a box earlier. What are the shapes, the sizes, or the denominations that are available to dealers when it comes to this new Pro X?
Well, Ben, the Pro X is going to come in a similar format to the DYNAMAT Extreme 18 squared that we released last year. It's an 18 by 18 square, comes with 9 square feet in a box, and that's really driven by the weight of this material. One of these boxes is really, really heavy.
So because of the buzz of this new Pro X product, we're sure that there are already builders out there that have had a chance to play with it, install it, apply it in different situations. Can you share with us at this time any of the feedback that you've received thus far since the release of the product?
Sure. So the feedback has been very, very positive. We've only had it out in the market for a couple of months, and already it's been the best launch in DYNAMAT's history. We're just getting it into our customers' hands. The initial feedback has really been great, but we do have some builds coming, just going on right now that will be shown later this year. But initial feedback has been extremely overwhelming.
All right, so in summary, we're talking about a brand new product, guys, coming out from DYNAMAT. It's called Pro X. It's big, it's bad, it's thick, and you need it. But having said that, what are the availabilities, and are there any special offers that might be going on for guys that want to try it out?
Well, Ben, we just launched this product at the end of Q1. So we are offering a launch special through Q2 of 10% off all orders of Pro X. Additionally, we've just launched this brand new toolkit, and you can also get this for orders over $500 for free. All of this on our website, all the information you need, and all these great specials at dynamat.com.
And that's a wrap on this edition of CMA Live, presented by SiriusXM and sponsored by 5 Axis Innovations. Make sure to check out all our videos at cmanetworks.com. I'm your host, Ben Wu. We'll see you next Saturday.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.